And this week I got to try the new Viture Luma Pro XR glasses. Wearables that let you watch movies, series, YouTube videos and play games on a large virtual screen, at home or on the go. I recently got myself a Nintendo Switch 2, which has been a blast on these glasses. Racing against my friends in Mario Kart World and beating them up in Street Fighter is an absolute pleasure for the eyeballs. They pretty much work with every device out there. We're talking not only phones and handhelds, but also full-on consoles, laptops, computers, you name it. I think best of all is that you can choose between seeing your favorite entertainment in 2D or glorious 3D, all while fitting in your pocket, making them easy to carry around and are a discreet option for traveling. Viture is trying to bring fashion and tech closer together, and that's why I think having them as a sponsor is a perfect match. The Luma Pro is advertised as an upgrade over the previous generation, which I tested a couple of months ago and was already quite impressed by. The Lumas, on the other hand, offer a bunch of surprising and distinct features, which I'll get to in a second. Why don't we start with what's in the package? Compared to last time when I unboxed Viture's first gen Pro glasses, I got a whole show with the box going full Transformer. The packaging this time around has sadly been simplified. You get to the product faster, but it doesn't feel as exciting. Inside, we find the Luma Pro glasses, which, in my opinion, look a lot better than its little brother. They have the same shape and matte black finish, but Viture changed things up by making them translucent, showing off its internals. The orange accents are still there, but now they're on the sides, making them look more like a regular pair of sunglasses. Things we've started to get used to include knobs on top to adjust the lenses and sharpen your view, built-in speakers on the sidearms, and buttons to dim or control the volume and brightness. Now, interestingly, the new features here are a boot-up sequence in the form of lights, adjustable sidearms, finally, and an RGB camera that promises 6DoF and spatial awareness. Besides that, you get extra-size nose pieces, a hair clip, paperwork, and a cleaning cloth to keep the glasses in pristine condition. The Lumas are available for $4.99 in US dollars and come in two sizes. Regular for IPDs up to 70mm and large for IPDs up to 74mm. The way these work is simple. The glasses are thick for a reason, because the optics act like a prism, projecting an image forward so it appears to float a few feet in front of your eyes. Despite being slight bulky, especially when viewed from the top, they're surprisingly light and comfy enough to forget you're wearing them at all. What you see inside the glasses is essentially a mirror of your device. The screen is always centered in your vision and never loses track of the action. You can choose to watch with the real world still visible around you, or dim the glasses using the controls, darkening about 95% of the display. Light does still seep in from the sides, so it's not a full-on VR setup, but it's enough to feel immersed. The only downside here is that you can't transport yourself to a virtual cinema environment like you can with a headset. But those are not that portable and often less compatible with a large lineup of devices. Just like the last gen glasses, the Luma Pros are absolutely fantastic for gaming. It's honestly impressive how a product this straightforward can deliver such a high quality of enjoyment. Mixing and matching is my favorite. You can pair a controller to your phone, hook the glasses up to your PC, or just grab a handheld. No matter if you run titles on a physical system or choose to game over the cloud, both are a match made in heaven. Seeing them appear on a large virtual screen inside your glasses never gets old, and actually gets me excited to pull up older titles just to play them from a different perspective. Only problem is that if you want to use a Nintendo Switch, standard HDMI TV, or other traditional consoles, then you'll need to purchase an additional mobile dock. At $129, Viture's own dock is a big investment, but it allows the HDMI signal to properly convert to USB-C. I agree, it's a bit of a hassle, but the dock does more than just convert video. It charges everything for up to 20 hours and even supports two pairs of glasses, which allows for two people to watch or play together. I think this is a really cool feature and, surprisingly enough, can be used with other brand glasses too. As for streaming media, it's just as enjoyable. Whether it's Apple TV, Disney+, Netflix, YouTube, it makes you feel like having a pocket-sized cinema. Subtitles are sharp and easy to read, and you can enjoy your content in total privacy, since no one can see what you're watching on the outside. And of course, best of all, you can watch regular content in 3D. They have this built-in immersive 3D mode that uses AI to inject depth to any 2D video you're watching. It's not full-on cinema quality 3D, but it does give it this subtle pop. If you have actual 3D videos, we're talking side by side, the glasses can play those as well, and looking way better since they're real 3D. So basically, whether you got normal videos or real 3D ones, the glasses can handle both. Just know the AI 3D effect isn't perfect, but still pretty fun to use. Thanks to the special coating on the lenses, by the way, the glasses handle bright lighting, both indoors and outdoors, but you might still catch some glare or reflections at certain angles. Viture still doesn't include a lens cover with the standard package. It's sold separately as an accessory. As I said before, it feels like something that should just come standard. Why is this still a thing? Oh, and yes, I have used the Luma Pros outside, and happy to report that as long as you're stationary and in a shady spot, the experience is quite nice. In my through-the-lens videos, it might look tiny, but the screen is roughly 152 inches, which is a modest hike from the 135 inches in the previous gen. They still use Sony's OLED displays and have done a gentle upgrade from 1080p to 1200p per eye, running up to 120 Hz. I'm sad we haven't seen them do a pair that can, well, pull off 4K. Viture has said they're committed to staying at the forefront and teased that 4040p panel samples are finalized, with production targeted for 2026. As for 4K, it's firmly on their roadmap, but that's all we know for now. To be fair, 1200p may sound low, but since it's projected so close to your eyes, it feels much higher than that. It also helps that the field of view has increased from 46 to 52 degrees, which is a sweet upgrade. Some other things I noticed are less ghosting, a sharper image with edge-to-edge clarity, colors that don't bleed into each other, and better contrast with more vibrant visuals. All of this, in my opinion, results in a less washed-out image. You can crank up the brightness to up to 10,000 nits, and there are different color filters for every situation. I think in general the improvements are a welcoming addition, but if you come from the last gen, don't expect an eye-boggling leap forward. But for those who are new to the brand, this will be a great first introduction to XR. Speaking of roadmaps, I was surprised to learn that the front RGB camera software hasn't been released yet. That means I haven't been able to test the promised 6 degrees of freedom tracking or spatial awareness. If those features are a key reason you're considering buying one, it might be worth waiting to see how things develop. Viture has already stated that the more expensive Luma Ultra will offer much more reliable 6DoF, but I'm still curious to see how well this one performs, because after all, they didn't include the camera just for show. Now, if you really can't wait, there's still the adapter for iPhone users. This only gives you 3 degrees of freedom, but unlocks multiple screens in the Spacewalker app. I still think this is mostly interesting for sports watchers or very light productivity, otherwise you're not missing much. Another thing worth noting is that the Spacewalker software hasn't changed much since my last video. While you're not required to use their flagship app, I'm still hoping they improve the UI as it has potential. But right now, it's just not quite there yet. More important is the audio. Last time, the built-in Harman speakers were probably the most underwhelming part of the glasses. This time around, they do sound slightly better, but I'm still not sold. The audio is fuller and sharper, but the bass remains weak. Just like I said last time, for the price, you should be getting more. You'd better off using your own earbuds or over-ear headphones for a truly immersive experience. Comfort-wise, I already teased that they're light as a feather. I did not put them side by side with the previous gen, but they feel nearly identical in weight. What I did notice was how useful the new adjustable arms are. These let you tilt the glasses to better align the screen, which was a bit of a problem before. I do wonder how long this mechanism will hold up over time, but I do think this is one of the key upgrades to consider. It's much easier to find the sweet spot now, so you end up spending less time adjusting them. Overall, being the proud owner of an arrowhead, I can approve these glasses, but I don't know what it will be like for those with wider faces. Before I forget, the one thing that stood out to me last time was the right arm heating up, which is still the case, but now the heat seems to spread more outward away from your head. The connector still occasionally snacks your hair and the cable's still a bit short. The latter being something I wish they would have improved on. So to sum it up, the Luma Pro glasses are a great choice for anyone getting into XR glasses for the first time. If you already own the original Pro model, the upgrade may not feel essential in terms of visuals. My eyes could barely spot a difference, but I can confirm that they are a tad sharper. However, the improved comfort alone might be worth it for some. If you're specifically after a noticeable visual upgrade, you might want to consider Viture's top-tier Beast glasses, which may bring more joy to your eyeballs. The Luma Pro glasses remain fantastic all-round wearables. If your daily commute eats up a lot of time, having something this portable, ready to go straight out of your pocket, feels magical. For frequent travelers, they're easily a must-have gadget. It's good to know that priced at $499, the Luma Pro glasses are $91 more than their predecessor. Personally, I wouldn't recommend the older model anymore, but if you're on a tight budget, buying one second-hand could be a good option. Or consider the standard Luma glasses, priced at $399, offering a more affordable entry point. If you're thinking about picking up a pair, there's a link in the description below. And that's it for me, thanks for watching, and see you in the future!